Hey everybody, this is Ryan. Let's go over an easier way to play the riff for Don't Stop Believing by Journey. It looks like this. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Yeah. Streetlights, people. There's a lot of really great benefits to this riff. We are learning how to play this song using some really cool E major chord voicings. We are working on very fast strum changes. We are also learning how to play little licks in the song. And these chords, once you get them, are pretty accessible and they sound just really great in the key of E. So let's take a look at it. To start, we have an E chord, but instead of playing our E chord traditionally this way, we're going to play it this way. So that's ring finger, 2nd fret on the A, pinky, 2nd fret on the D, and middle finger, 1st fret on the G. Now we're going to do some strums. And then once we get to this up strum that's on the and of 3, we're going to move to our first fancy chord, which is this. You can replace this as just basically any F sharp minor chord. You can play this instead. But it's ring finger on the 4th fret of the A, pinky on the 4th fret of the D, and pointer on the 2nd fret of the G. The B and E strings are open. To mute this low E string, if you can take your thumb and wrap around. Or you can take your ring finger and very lightly touch the low E. Beautiful F sharp minor chord. Right after that, on beat 4, we're going to freeze our fingers, take this shape, and slide it up 2 frets. Ring finger, 6th fret on the A, pinky, 6th fret on the D, and pointer, 4th fret on the B. This is a fancy G sharp minor chord. And then, on the and of 4, we're going to take this E major shape that we did earlier, and we're just going to slide it all the way up to the 9th fret. So that's ring finger on the 9th fret of the A, pinky on the 9th fret of the D, and middle on the 8th fret of the G. So let's take these chords and let's just not even worry about the strum pattern or playing them fast or anything like that. Let's just get used to kind of moving between these chords. So we have E, then we have F sharp minor, that's 4-4-2. Then we have G sharp minor, that is 6-6-4. And then we have B major, that is 9-9-8. Let's do it one more time. I'm going to slide back down to the E. Now we're going to slide up to the F sharp minor, 4-4-2. Freeze your fingers, slide up 2 frets for the G sharp minor. And then slide up to the 9th fret and make an E major shape. And then let's go back to the E. So that's the first bar. Now the second bar, we are carrying over this B on an up strum, so then we're holding the down strum. Then we have up, and then you'll see that I like to do an accent on beat 2. Then we have another up strum, beat 3, that's a down strum, and of 3 is an up strum, and then we have the down strum on the 4th beat. And now we have another fancy chord. It's our C sharp minor chord. So you're going to freeze your fingers, slide up 2 frets, and then make this a minor shape, which looks like this. So that's ring finger, 11th fret on the A, pinky, 11th fret on the D, and pointer on the 9th fret of the G. It's a beautiful chord. So let's practice going from that B to that C sharp minor real quick. So here's the B, 9-9-8. And now the C sharp minor, which is 11-11-9. One more time. B to C sharp minor. Now in the third bar, we are carrying over from the and of 2. Then we have a down strum, then the up strum, then the accent on beat 2. Then on the and of 2, then a down strum on beat 3. And now on this and of 3, if you wanted to, you could take this pointer finger, move it over to the left. It's a bit of a stretch, so you certainly don't have to do this. But then on beat 4, you can go back to the down strum, And then on the and of 4, we go to this A chord. That and of 3, this chord, it's a C sharp minor 9. It's totally optional. You don't have to play it, and honestly, I don't really like playing it either. But it is a part of the riff, so I wanted to go ahead and show you all that. So looking at this A chord, this is our new fancy A chord. It's the same E major shape that we had here, and we had here, except now we're over here. So that's ring finger 7th fret on the A, pinky 7th fret on the D, and middle 6th fret on the G. It's one of my favorite A chords. So we have the and of 4, which is an up strum. Then on bar 4, we're carrying it over again. Then we have the up strum, accent on beat 2, and of 2. On the third beat, down strum, and of 3 is an up strum. But except now we can add a little riff in here, which is again another big stretch. So this is optional. You don't have to do this. But it's pointer finger on the 4th fret of the B as you're holding this A chord. So it's understandable if you can't play it. And then you slide up 1 fret to that 5th fret on the B on the down strum. And then on the and of 4, I just like to play all the open strings to help me transition back to the E chord. But you certainly can go something like down, up, down, and 3, and 4, and, or whatever suits your fancy. So let's take all of that, and let's not worry about the strum pattern. Let's just go through chord by chord together. So again, we are starting on this E major chord. Then we're going to move to the F sharp minor, which is 4/4-2. Then we're going to move to the G sharp minor, which is 6/6-4. Then we're going to move to our B, which is 9/9-8. Then we're going to move to our C sharp minor, so that's 11/11-9. Then we're going to move to our A, which is 7/7-6. And then you can add a little riff in here, like this, but it's optional. And then we go back to E. And then for the second half of this riff, it's basically the same thing, except now instead of moving to that C sharp minor, we're going to a G sharp minor. So we have the E, then we have the F sharp minor, then the G sharp minor, then we move to the B chord, and then instead of going to the C sharp minor, now we're going back to the G sharp minor, which we played earlier. Then from there, we move to the A major, and then you can add the riff in there if you want. Let's go through that second half one more time. So we have the E, then the F sharp minor, then the G sharp minor, then the B, then we move back to the G sharp minor, and then we move to the A major. Optional riff. This was the tutorial for the easier version of Don't Stop Believing. We'll work on the strum patterns and stuff in the practice video, and I will see y'all there.